Hey, welcome back YouTubers to another hashtag TTH showcase, unboxing and review. You are with me, the terrain technician, and I hope you enjoy this video. So let's dive straight into it. So, what do we have in front of us? Well, it is the Warlord Games limited edition Waterloo set. I picked this up at one of my local stores who has just become a distributor, and I'm pretty pleased. There are a few other stores in the area that do order Warlord games, but they mostly stick with the World War II bolt action range. I got given the, excuse the spelling and the pronunciation, Le Haussaint farmhouse set and the Huguemont farmhouse set when I was originally planning to do the whole Waterloo tabletop wargaming scene, terrain piece, whatever you want to call it. Eventually, I got stopped in my tracks because once I got the farms, I realized they were slightly too large for 1 in 72, which is the scale I used to specialize in. But now I'm doing all kinds of terrain, Warhammer 40k, Warlord games, um, any tabletop terrain, really. Anyways, so long story short, I asked the one shop to order me figures from this range, and let's just say it just didn't happen. And this was before COVID struck and everything. And luckily, I walked into the one shop and they had one of these on the shelf, and they were only going to get stock in maybe next year. So I took the plunge. Why not? And it's packed. I mean, this is one very, very thick box. I mean, there's in my hand in relation, and it's jammed. I mean, this is Waterloo in a box, basically. So, first impressions, box art is fantastic. You have the British infantry linemen here being charged up by French cavalry, artillery, and then French. It was those of you who know about this battle know how gruesome it was and how many men were involved, and was the turning point for the war against Napoleon. So yeah, let's dive into it. Let's see. So we've got the Hanovarian Infantry plus the British artillery set, which I believe is metal, and then the French. Before I dive into this, guys, and this is a message to Warlord, my only problem I have is with the Warlord black powder line infantry sets. You've made them standard line with them holding their rifles at rest. It's not like bolt action where you can build your own figures. I would seriously recommend you changing that and allowing the person to change the shape of the figure and whether he's aiming or marching or at ease or at attention, that type of thing. I think you've got a whole box of infantry here and you can't change one of these guys to firing position. Yeah, for me personally, it's a bit bleak, but maybe for the people who actually play, it's not a problem. But it's just a bit of advice. But other than that, I've been building these models for a long time. The musket black powder hero is my first. But anyways, yeah, let's dive into it. I'm looking forward to doing this. I'm glad I got it now during our lockdown period, luckily. So let me just open the box, guys, and start unpacking, and I'll be with you shortly. And we're back. So the first two items you get when you open the box is what is this? I think this is your breakdown and a bit of the history about the whole battle, which I really like. I've been really into military history and stratagems and everything like that. So it's really, really cool that they've added in a bit of history on the battle. And then, of course, your soft cover second edition rule. You do get the fancy hard covers, but this is just as good. It's lovely covering, perfect pictures of models and rules and telling you about the game, the different eras and battles. And I think on here they give you a bit of a timeline there. Very cool. Really happy. So that's your rule book and your, this. So there. Now let's move into I believe this is the reference sheet, and yeah, quick reference sheet. I know in bolt action they give you a ruler. With this they give you that. As I said, this is my first actual black powder set, so forgive me if I'm making a few mistakes, but you guys can let me know in the comments. So there's that and that, so let's move on. And now to the juicy bit. So what I know, I'm not going to unpack the whole thing purely because, well, why not? So this is your artillery team in metal. These are this is Hanovarian line infantry. Let's see what we have here. British. So this is your British. And your, sorry, focus there, British. So you get a few, I think all these sprues are pretty much identical, just split up between the French and the English and the Hanoverian troops. As I said, as you can see by the sprues, they are literally all the same, not like the bolt action counterparts where you can change it up. I know there are sets you can get individually that have the troops in firing action, but I mean, they really could have included that, honestly. You guys, as I said, you guys can let me know, because I was reviewing the American War of Independence era sets, and if you buy the Continental Line Infantry and the British Line Infantry, they are multi-purpose already. So maybe these are older, I don't know, but still, I mean, you're getting sprues of the same thing. Yes, they were line battles, but you want to be able to have the models pointing the muskets at each other. Then you get your cavalry, which are pretty cool. Yeah, very detailed. They don't look too hard to put together. They look pretty easy. Just there is a lot of the same sprue in this box. As I said, a lot of plastic. And we keep going. There we go. We get our dice. Nothing much to look at. And then more and more cavalry, as I said. And then your... sorry, bear with me, guys. This is a very deep box. And then you get your bases. Yeah, not too bad. Can modify those, I suppose. So yeah, that's it. And as I said, it's pretty much the same. What I like on these boxes is they sort of give you the range of sets, and then of course the big set, which is pretty cool. This is your Black Powder edition. This is your Hail Caesar edition, and then of course your bolt action, pretty cool. And then your pike and shot. This is a range I wouldn't mind getting into, just purely because it's the 30 Years' War with the English and the Civil Wars and the pike and shot, the whole that period. It looks very interesting. I'd be tempted at one point. But what I like about these boxes, and what I personally do with them, is I cut them out and put them on my wall of fame over there, if you can see there. Sorry about the angle. I have done more. It's just recently during the lockdown period I've started cutting out all the sets I've done up until now. But yeah, I'm going to cut these out definitely. Maybe the back as well, giving you the all spec sweep there of what you get in the box. But I think once these are painted and up and running, then they will definitely be more appealing, which I'll definitely do. I'm going to put a video up eventually when these are finished. I'm currently still busy with this little project, which I'll show you now. And we're back. Yeah, my 2020 Bastion platoon set for my Imperial Guard. Still busy painting, adding the base coat. Still got these two to do. So yeah, let's get back to the main thing quickly. And we're back. So yeah, now it just looks like a pile of plastic on my desk, which it is. But yeah, I'm pretty pleased with it. If there's any more figures I want to add to it, and of course, being a terrain technician, you will see more on #TTH of what I get up to. But as I said, I specialize mainly in terrain, but I've been doing the hobby for a long time, so these are going to be fun. So yeah, I hope you've all enjoyed this basic unboxing and review. Please remember to leave a like, and please remember to subscribe, and every little bit helps making these channels grow. I also have, and I'll throw a link down in the description, I have a Facebook group. You're welcome to join and post your work if you're in this hobby, whether it's this or sci-fi or fiction or fantasy, it doesn't matter, no limits, called Tabletop Hobbies. So please check that out, guys. And as always, I hope you enjoyed, hope it was informative, and I shall see you in the next one. Leave a like, please, guys, and cheers.